Welcome back to the Doorkickers player channel. This is mission 91, arresting a minor drug dealer. Before we get into it, I post new videos every Monday and Thursday, so be sure to be on the lookout for that. All right, let's get into it. This is mission 91. It's a very small map, as you'll see here. So it's a very small map, and there's not a lot to do, but it is a little bit complicated, I would say. Just because you have to make sure your operators have the right weapons and you're using the right techniques. Let's go ahead and watch the replay and analyze what's going on here.
Let's do this.
So we're starting off with a pre-planned route pretty much for the entire thing. This guy's going this way, then up there, then around there. This guy's going this way, opening this door, checking this room. Moving on to here, opening this door, checking this room. Now, do be aware that there is evidence here, and there are people that you need to arrest. So let's go ahead and see that. So I'm using a machine gun to open the door, which alerts the bad guys that were there, and therefore they start destroying evidence. I would at this point, there's no point in flowing because most of the room has been cleared. And the quicker route is just to have these two guys, right? Because they're not coming from the side like that. They're coming from they're already in the doorway. So if you're already in the doorway, you might as well just have this guy go straight and this guy quickly arrest this guy and grab this evidence. So I would switch roles at that point. Also, this guy needs to open the door from here just in case there's a tango here that's going to shoot this operator. So this operator should be up here protecting this operator from getting shot. And of course, you don't need to actually enter the room. You can just pass by the room and open the door, clear it from the outside. I like this idea of waiting for both operators to be on this line because it does provide a lot of added security. However, because this is such a small map, I would recommend that one operator just keep moving and clearing the rest because it's wasting time to just wait.
Secured.
Like you can see here, he's gathering evidence, so he's going to be a while, and it's kind of it does help in terms of protecting assets, but also depending on if you want to just get this mission done and get it done fast, you might as well just move the operator.
Got the dope on Alpha. Go now.
So pretty solid movement. These guys are moving very nicely, very accurately, exactly how I would want them to. You can see how they kind of occupy the same space. That's just the game dynamics, but the flow pattern is very effective. So even if there were 3 or 4 bad guys here, they would still get the job done very nicely. The only thing I would change is at this point, have the blue operator go long and the red operator go short because he's a little bit further, which means that he can have eyes on this corner a lot faster. So I would switch them over there. So at this point, you can direct this operator to look in this direction. And I would do that just because he's a single operator clearing a room. So I would have him clear. And as soon as this corner is clear, immediately look that way and clear this corner. So he's going to collect this evidence, and this guy's going to come back here and arrest the bad guy. Well, oh, I guess Right, because the bad guy was already arrested, so there's no need to arrest him again, just to collect this evidence. So overall, pretty good. Let's go ahead and watch this replay and see how I did more recently.
Placing charge.
So we're using a door charge, which is something that I was using a lot recently. And this is a lot more silent and a lot more shocking, and you'll see what I mean. Oops, forgot to turn off notifications. So the door charge, if there's no bad guy right in front of the door, then so if there is a bad guy right in front of the door, then the bad guy would get killed by the door charge. But if they're a little bit further, as you can see here, it just stuns him, which is great, right? Because that means that he's not going to be trying to get rid of evidence, right? Or shooting if he had a gun, right? The only thing I will say is that for this specific mission, yeah, I would also have these guys just move in instead of doing a flow, because as soon as you kind of see the interior, you kind of realize that there's no like corners, so you don't really need to flow. You can just go straight in, right? Like this entire area has been cleared. You can go straight in, which is a faster route, essentially, right?
Go.
Yeah, again, this door can't be opened while this guy is right in front of it, right? So move a little bit up here, open the door from the outside, clear it from the outside, and then keep moving on. I like this idea of not waiting. It's good. And arresting this bad guy here. And then clearing this corner is actually pretty smart, because if your operator goes here and clears that, if hypothetically there was a bad guy here, which there never is, but if hypothetically there was, then this bad guy could come around and shoot this guy in the back, right? So by clearing this first, it's kind of like if you look at it as like levels, right? You want to clear the structure level by level, right? And so there's this line here, right? So at first, we clear this, right? Then we clear this because we couldn't see it earlier, right? And then we clear level, right? And then we clear, well, as we're, I guess technically we clear this at first, right? Then this gets cleared, right? And then this gets cleared, and then this gets cleared pretty much at the same time, right? So you're clearing these levels. And so the next step is to clear this level before moving on to this level, right? Make sense?
Suspect secured. No contact.
This is also pretty smart because, whoops, no, wrong one. Okay. So waiting here for your partner to get there is pretty smart, because that way you can flow into this room and we can see that there's like corners here, right? So hypothetically, yes, he could have entered this room by himself, but why would he if his partner's already on the way? And, you know, you can clear it together. And oh wow, there's no bad guy shooting at them this time. Cool. So just collecting evidence,
Got the dope.
Good job. We're done here.
and that's that. So it's a relatively easy mission. Let's go ahead and watch the replays without stopping.
Lock and load. Let's do this. Suspect secured. Got the dope on Alpha.
Alpha, go.
Now.
Good job. We're done here.
Placing charge. Charge
Alpha,
ready.
go.
Hands behind your back. Suspect secured. No contact. Got the dope.
Good job. We're done here.
So I do want to point out something in this attempt, which is playing the game dynamically. And I mention this a lot. So while you're playing the game, let's just scroll here. Right. So while you're playing the game, you have this. Okay. Utilizing this as much as possible is your biggest asset, because that allows you to do stuff like pause at this point. Okay, what is needed here? Okay, this guy can keep moving, this guy can move, and then like you see at this point I'm like, okay, I want this guy to go around, but there might be a bad guy here. So instead of just drawing the route for this guy to walk, I'm also making sure he's looking in the right direction the entire time, right? Make sense? And that allows me to, so utilizing the pause play button in the top left corner is what allows me to kind of very, very meticulously control the situation. And then you see, as soon as he gets here and clears this area, I immediately have him moving towards this small cabinet to clear that, right? And as soon as he's done, as soon as the red operator is done arresting this bad guy, he's moving, right? And then, like, for example, so if I would have just left the blue operator standing here, he would have been facing this way, ignoring this, right? So making sure that he's facing the right direction. That's been like, yeah. And then as soon as this room is clear, right? So room is clear, pause, redraw the route. Where do I want this guy to go? What do I want them to do? Utilizing the pause play button is a massive asset and should definitely not be overlooked. In this attempt, I definitely overlooked that. I mean, I didn't even think about the pause and play, until more recently. Anyways, this was mission 91, arresting a minor drug dealer. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like if you want to see more of those kinds of videos. I post every Monday and Thursday, so make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if there's anything that you guys want to see in future videos, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. I will see you in the next video.